we are back with another video. First, I would quickly like to thank everyone for the nice comments on my last video. It definitely gave me motivation to think about new video topics. And so this time we are going to be talking about some beginner or new player tips and tricks. Some of them are very basic things, but hopefully there are some new and helpful things for new players. I've seen some of these topics talked about in the AFK Journey Discord and Reddit. I do plan to make new arena related videos at some point. I do have some new heroes that I was able to recently level up, so hopefully we can get some arena stuff as well. But let's get started with the new player tips. Whenever you're able to level up one of your heroes, it doesn't matter the order in which you level them or whichever heroes you choose to level first, because you can always change who is the highest level. So for example, here you can see that some of my heroes are level 530 and some are 520, but I can just go here and change it so that now Arden is higher level. And you can actually do it in pretty much every game mode, like directly in the game mode. So with this one, I would want maybe my Aaron and Toran to be highest level. So I can just click here and click the second one and change it so that now my Toran is highest level and Aaron is highest level, and then we are also using Arden. So there we go. Now these heroes that I'm currently using are the highest level. And then if I go to Dream Realm, for example, I'll use different heroes here. So here I would level up my Corin and Marily and maybe, I don't know, Toran as well. So there we go. So you can do it based on the game mode. When you're setting up your arena defense formation, you actually are supposed to be setting it only for one map. So what you do is, first you select which map you want to use. And then you select the heroes that you want to use it and you save it. And you only do this for one map. And then whenever someone is attacking you on arena, this formation and this map will be used. Sometimes when the AFK stage is very difficult, you might want to cast the ultimates of your heroes manually. So what you do is you go to the battle and then you would click this gear icon, and that allows you to cast them manually. But if you do it this way, you have to cast all of the ultimates manually, and it can be quite a big hassle. So instead, what you can do is you go to the settings and you select the battle and manual control, and then you select auto battle, only selected heroes. And this way, when you go to a battle, you can just select that everyone is casting them ultimates automatically, but you can select which heroes you want to cast them manually. So for example, with Odie, you might want to cast the ultimate manually, because normally Odie will target the closest enemy, but the closest enemy is usually tank, so you don't want Odie to waste his ultimate damage and damage in general to the tanks. So you can just select one of the backmost units and Odie will ult that unit, and as you can see, Odie will destroy the backline units, so you should be manually targeting them with your Odie, and then actually after he ultimates, he will also auto-attack the same target afterwards. And same with Vala, sometimes you don't want Vala to dive in to the middle of the enemies, so you can actually if you manually cast the ultimate, you can select the tile where she jumps before she does the damage. So you can select that, okay, I want her to jump here. Usually you don't have to do it. The auto battle feature is just enough, but sometimes the stage might be too difficult and you might want to take over with manual casting, especially if you're using Odie, because he can greatly benefit from doing it this way. Next, we can talk about some of the summoning banners. So, if you're thinking whether you should use the rate up recruitment or the all hero recruitment, my advice is, especially for free-to-play players and new accounts, you should always do the, well, okay, maybe not always, but you should prioritize the all hero recruitment. Now, if the hero that's being offered in the rate up banner is like really overpowered hero, then yeah, maybe it makes sense to go for that hero instead. Or obviously, if you're just playing for fun and it's a hero that you really want, then yeah, go for it. But if you want your account to be as competitive as possible, I would definitely recommend going for the all hero recruitment banner instead. And the reason is that these banners have different rates for summoning. So if you click at this percent sign, you can actually check the rates, and you can see that, okay, yes, the rate up hero is a little bit higher, but the A level hero chance is only 10%. And if we go to the all hero recruitment, we can see that the A level hero chance is 22.5%. Now that's over double, and also doing a 10 pull on this banner will cost less. It's like 2,700, and doing 10 pull on this one will cost 3,000. So you can even summon more if you're using this banner. And if you're thinking, but yeah, okay, it's only A-level heroes, but in this game, A-level heroes are like super powerful. Like for Dream Realm, my main team is using Marley and Corin, and sometimes also using Coco, and all of these three ones are A-level heroes. And for PvP, my main team is using Damien and Arden, and these are both also A-level heroes. And then Odie is another awesome A-level hero, and he can be used pretty much on every game mode, on PvP, AFK stage pushing, Dream Realm bosses. So these are all like really powerful A-level heroes. And also there are some other heroes that are super powerful, like Smokey is used in most Dream Realm bosses as the main healer, and Aaron is used in most PvP teams, Toran is used in most PvP teams, and these heroes can be obtained from the all hero recruitment banner, but obviously you can't get them from the rate up banner. So in my opinion, it makes sense to use the all hero recruitment. And if you look at my account, I mean, this account looks pretty good, I guess, and I have been only using the all hero recruitment banner. Now obviously I did do a couple pulls on almost, because I had some rate up letters that I got while I was playing the game, so of course you're gonna use those because they can only be used in the rate up summoning banner. But in general, all hero recruitment is, in my opinion, the way to go, at least for now. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention while I was recording this is that before you start summoning, you should always check your wish list, because it's very important if you want to be competitive that you get some of the very key heroes. This is one example of a decent wish list. And then outside of this list, there are good heroes like Haven, but you can buy Haven from the arena store, so she's not a priority on your wish list. Okay, while we are talking about the leveling up your heroes, one thing that's gonna slow down your progress in terms of like how fast you can level up your heroes, it is the essence. So seasonal essence, or I think it was called hero essence in the main campaign. So there is like you can get it from the AFK rewards, but you don't get enough of it to constantly level up your heroes, so you have to wait to get more. So obviously if you want to be competitive, it's important to maximize the amount of the essence that you can get. So I see that many people are skipping buying this daily instant AFK reward, and if you want to be competitive in Dream Realm and pretty much every game mode, you should be buying all of these daily instant refreshes that you can every day, because it gives you more of the essence, and that means that you can level up your heroes, and that means that you can do more damage, and also it means that you can unlock rewards like this, for example. So this is tied into your resonance level, and some game modes are tied into unlocking them is tied into your progress in the AFK stages. And obviously if you have higher level you can push the AFK stages further, so you can unlock the game modes quicker, and thus giving you more advantage compared to other players. So you should pretty much, in my opinion, buy these every day, all of the available ones. Now, of course, if you just if you don't care that much about like your rankings in Dream Realm, etc., and you just want to explore, then yeah, go ahead and ignore them, I guess. But it doesn't even cost that much if you think about it. The first one is 50 diamonds. So if you do it every day for 1 week, that's the total number is only 350 diamonds in a week. And that means with that amount of diamonds, you can only do like one summon. So it's not even like it's very expensive if you actually think about it. And yeah, it's only like 2 hours of extra essence when you buy it. But if you do that every day for like 50 days and you buy it twice a day, that's like it does add up to quite a lot of levels. So that's why sometimes you can see that there are people who are way ahead of you. Now obviously if you're then spending money on top of that, you can buy even more, because normally free-to-play players, when the game starts, you can only buy it once a day, the extra one, the 50 diamond one. But then at some point you unlock the ability to buy the second refresh every day. And then if you are someone who's spending enough money on the game, you actually do unlock the ability to buy 3 times every day, and I think even 4 times every day. I don't know if there is more than 4 times per day, but yeah, if you spend money on the game, then you can unlock it even more daily. And if you buy I don't know, what was it called? If you buy this Noble Path, then this also gives you like a lot of this, I don't know if it's actually like a lot, but it does give nice boost of the essence. So that's one way to boost your progress is to buy the Noble Path whenever you start the game or when the season starts. So then we can talk about the affinity mechanic that this game had. So if you click one of your heroes, you can see the top right corner that there is this affinity button. And basically how this works is that whenever you use the hero, each hero has their own like affinity number. Whenever you use them, they will gain like a couple points towards this. And you can also boost it by feeding these gifts to the hero. So if you want to be optimal with the gifts, you should start by feeding them for the characters that you think that you're not gonna be using, because the ones that you are gonna be using, they will gain affinity level just by you using them. So for example, Marley, I use her a lot in the Dream Realm, so I don't think I've fed her any gifts or anything, but she's already at 3,200 affinity points. But for like heroes like Soren, because I only have him at Epic, I'm not gonna be using him, so I have fed these items to Soren. So the optimal level, in my opinion, that you wanna aim for is 1,300 points. So if you go from 0 to 1,300 points, you will get 100 diamonds and 1 summoning letter. And then you will move on to the next hero and get them to 1,300, and then repeat that process. So always get one hero to 1,300 and move on to the next one. And you can get these items just from different events, and whenever you're exploring map, you can pick up these flowers and plants, etc. And then you can also buy these from the Emporium friendship store. So there are 3 ones that you can buy every day, but If you want to be optimal with these ones as well, you can buy the discounted one. So there is one that's always every day, one that's discounted, so you can buy it. And then slowly start feeding them once you get them on the map to your heroes. And over the time it does definitely add up. So I think I've gotten the summoning letter from like most of these heroes, so altogether that's gonna be quite a few diamonds and summoning letters. And then at some point, once you have kind of reached the 1300 mark for every hero, you can start to push some of your heroes even past that. So then pushing to 4500 will get you another 100 diamonds and another invite letter. So then if you like playing the honor duel game mode, or if you just wanna do it for getting the every week you can get some diamonds from here and some invite letters just by playing 12 battles. It doesn't matter if you win them or if you lose them, but there are a couple of tricks that I can show you with the duel that you might not know. I've seen that some people didn't know about this. So one thing is that whenever you are buying some of these like random heroes, and obviously you get some heroes that you know that you're not gonna use, you can go here into the hero sale section and you can actually sell heroes that you know that you're not gonna be using, and you will get some of the currency back. So I have 24 points and now I have 26, for example. And another thing that you can do that I definitely missed is that you can actually lock some of these things if you know that you want to buy them during the next round, for example, or after the next refresh. So you just click here, and since I can't afford this one, I'm just gonna refresh, but I wanna buy this next round because I want to build my maulers. So I refresh and it stays here, and now it allows me to buy something else. And then I go into a match, and after the match this is still gonna be here. So once I get more resources I can buy it. So we can see that we are back from the battle and this item is still here. Now obviously you can unlock it or you can just buy it, and there we go. Also, one thing that I can mention is that if you didn't use some heroes during the last round, that they will get this icon at the bottom right corner, which means that if you use them during any of the following rounds, you will get some extra resources after that round. So what you can actually do if you want to kind of maximize the resources that you have is that during the first round, I mean, usually during first round no one has like any upgraded heroes anyway, so you can kind of just use some random heroes, but use heroes that you probably are not gonna use on the next round, like as your main team, and then during the next round you kind of start using your main team and you will get some extra coins because you didn't use them during the first round. So Enlightening spell is really useful spell, especially for PvP. Now I don't have my daily PvP attacks left to show you, but I can show it in the AFK stage mode. So in case you didn't know, the way that this works is that Enlightening spell gives attack speed obviously, but the main usefulness is that it gives control immunity, so it protects you from all of the crowd controls. So what you can do is, it says here that the Enlightening spell will only target the rearmost hero. So of course if you have like only one hero that's the rearmost, then it's gonna target this. But if you have multiple heroes that are on kind of like on the same level, then it will always target the rightmost hero. So in this case it would target Odie. Here we have 3 heroes on the same kind of level, but since Odie is the rightmost hero, it will target Odie. And you can actually check this by, you can see this blue light effect or blue glow around Odie, which means that he has the Enlightening spell. Now if we put Vala here, now Vala is 1 space backward compared to Odie, even though Odie is kind of like the rightmost, but Vala is the backmost, so Vala will get the Enlightening spell. And you can also see this sword icon to indicate the attack speed buff. So that's how you can check who will get the Enlightening spell if you're not sure. But yeah, it will be the backmost, and if on equal positions, it will be the rightmost. Okay, hero ascension levels. So whenever you see guides that talk about Dream Realm teams or arena teams or whatever, usually they are talking about heroes that are at least Mythic Plus level. And the reason is that once a hero hits Mythic Plus level, they usually unlock very important skill. So it's this skill that's kind of in this position. So for example, in Odie's case, once he reaches Mythic Plus level, his he will start executing poisoned enemies. So it's very important because it boosts his damage quite a lot. And for example, in Rainier's case, he is kind of recommended in most of the Dream Realm teams, but if you don't have him at Mythic Plus level, you shouldn't be really using him on Dream Realm, because the only reason why he is kind of recommended in Dream Realm is his Mythic Plus ability, which if you read what the ability says, it increases the damage taken by 25%. So the boss will take 25% more damage. So that's why people are using Rainier. So before his Mythic Plus level, he's not really that useful in Dream Realm. So if you see someone's hero selection or whatever, and you see this star icon, that means that they have unlocked the Mythic Plus weapon. And if you look at the units here, you can see the same star below this icon here, the faction icon here. So this unit has unlocked the Mythic Plus weapon, and you can see here one star looks like this, and 3 stars look like this, for example. So okay, so let's take a look. And when you unlock the weapon, you can start leveling up the weapon by clicking here and then clicking enhance, and it's gonna use these blue resources called tidal essences, and every level will increase the cost of the tidal essences. So the first 5 levels, from level 1 to 5, will use tidal essence, and the total amount of tidal essence that you need for this is 150, and you will get these from different events and faction towers, and every day you will get some from Dream Realm, and then you can actually buy these from the guild store, so they will cost diamonds. But if you are a free-to-play player, especially, I don't recommend you buying them. I have only very recently started buying them, and my account is like 100 days old or something like that. And before you buy them, I think it's better use of your resources to just try to get solid teams of heroes, and then because you will get them just by playing the game. So yeah, so this indicates that you have unlocked the weapon, and then how many of the stars there are, it indicates what level the weapon is. So every 5 levels will add 1 star. So you can see here that 0 level weapon will be 1 star, 5 level weapons will be 2 star, and then 10 level weapon will be 3 stars, and so on. Like 15 level weapon will be 4 star, etc. And each level will give some stats, and this depends on the hero. So for some heroes it will give HP and attack and defense, and for some heroes it will give haste and etc. And usually it's somewhere around like 2% or 1.5% of each stats per 1 level. So it's a nice boost. Like if you go from level 0 to level 10 weapon, that's like 20% of stats. And also every 5 levels on the weapon will unlock 1 extra effect for this mythic level ability. So you can see that because this has 10 levels on the weapon, it has unlocked these level 2 effect and level 3 effect, and then if I upgraded Aaron's weapon to level 15, it would unlock the level 4. But the thing about upgrading past 10 is that if you are free to play or low spender, I don't recommend upgrading weapons past 10, because it gets more and more expensive the higher the level. So you can see that, for example, the first level after 5 is gonna only require 5 of these temporal essences, and the next level will be 10 and so on. So from 5 to 10 upgrading will cost a total of 75 temporal essences, but leveling from 10 to 15 will cost I think total of 200 temporal essences, and as you can see, I don't actually even have 200 temporal essences, so I cannot level currently any of my weapons from 10 to 15. What I would recommend is that you level up all of the heroes that you use for Dream Realm and all of the heroes that you use for your arena team. First to level 10, maybe some of them can be level 5 only, like for example with Toran, you don't really benefit that much from getting him to level 10. And then when you have all of those units leveled up, you can think about picking 1 or 2 heroes that you're then gonna level up to level 15 and 20 and so on. So for me, I'm still gonna next level up my Alsa to level 10, and then maybe I'm gonna level up Vala to level 10, and I'm currently leveling up my Coco to level 5, so you can see it's currently level 4. I'm still missing some blue essences from the level 5, and once I get her to level 5, I will move on to Alsa next. And then at some point I'm planning on upgrading my Scarletta to level 25, but that's only once she is Supreme Plus. So that's gonna take a while. And then after Mythic Plus, there is still Supreme Plus. So Supreme Plus is indicated by this yellow border, squiggly golden border around these units. So these all are Supreme Plus, and once you hit Supreme Plus, you obviously unlock this last ability, but there is no like leveling. You just unlock it and it's there. And yeah, then as you can see, I can't really upgrade this unit any forward, so Supreme Plus is kind of the last level. Now there is actually, even after Supreme Plus, there is something called Paragon levels, but for you to unlock the Paragon levels, you have to have 25 Supreme Plus heroes first, so it's not something that you have to worry about. Most people won't have Paragon units. I think I mean, I'm on kind of like a newer server, so maybe I would say maybe 10 people on my server have Paragon units. So it's not something that you're gonna have as a free-to-play player or low spender player for a long time. Now obviously it's possible to get them even as a free-to-play player, but it's gonna take you, I would say, at least 150 days, I guess, to get there. But you don't really have to worry about it. Paragon's levels are mostly beneficial for PvP, so they give different PvP stats and they are very nice for PvP. But for stuff like Dream Realm, they don't really matter that much. They give like very small amount of PvE stats. I would say like 2% of attack and 2% of defense and stuff like that. So you can basically get the same effect by kind of upgrading your weapon once, and it will be somewhere similar power level to going from Supreme Plus to Paragon in terms of PvE, but for PvP the effect is bigger. So the last tip that I'm gonna give is that, well, you probably know this, but if you get stuck on any level or AFK stage level, or then if you are exploring the map and there is like a chest fight that you can't clear, you can ask help. So this one, basically it allows anyone to use all of your heroes and try to clear the stage, and if they manage to clear it, you will get the rewards obviously. And this one allows you to ask for other players to give you one hero, and then you can use that hero on top of your normal team, so you get one additional unit. But the thing about this is that you can ask for help from the kind of the team chat, you can ask help for your guild, or what you can do, or you can ask both, you can just click all of them. You can ask from your friends, and then you can click this profile. Now I didn't know what this profile one does, but basically what it does is that whenever someone sees your profile, so let's say that you can type in the world chat like, can someone help me? And when they click your profile picture, they will see an option to help you. So you can even ask like outside of this team up chat and outside of your guild and friends by clicking here. And if no one is still helping you, there is one thing that you can also do. If you have a second account, you can log on to your other account if you have a second account, or you can even create a second account just for this purpose, I guess, if you really want to. And you can add yourself to your friend list, and you can see here that if you click yourself, you can see the help wanted here, and you can share a unit. Now obviously on this account the units are really low level, but it doesn't actually matter because they get scaled up to the level of your to your main account that who's asking help. Ascension level of the unit does not get scaled up, so it will be still epic level Brutus, but that doesn't matter as much because units like Brutus can be really useful even at epic level. And now we're back on our main account, and if we go to the battle, we can see that here is the unit that we sent ourselves, but the level is 530. The level scales up with the highest level of hero that you have, because I even have some 520 heroes, but this one is higher level. So then that maybe allows you to clear the stage, because you can, for example, in this case I could drop the Toran probably, because Brutus can tank. And then I can add something else in, so let's say that I add a healer. And let's see if that's enough. It might not be enough, but at least if no one is helping you, you can do it this way as well. So you can do that once a day for the AFK stages, but then if you get stuck on some fight when you're exploring the map, you can do it also once a day on the kind of the outside map as well.